This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Valentine's Day yesterday. Well done, mate.
Thanks, really good.
We spent $500 million. I feel like it's a bit of a money grab just by looking at this.
What are you talking about?
Flowers were in hot demand. Okay, so 42%. What are we talking here? 42% of people bought flowers. 29% chocolates, food. Toys and other toys, 7%.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, why not?
And dining and, restaurants, getaways, holidays at 7%. I want to talk about one man. I don't know how he feels about this, but he's done an interview yesterday. It's quite a story. He's known as Single Joe. That's his pseudonym.
Okay.
Because he's a sperm donor whip. He's had 180 kids, but he can't find love himself. He's 52 years of age.
Just really good at donating.
He helps struggling families have babies using natural insemination, partial insemination and artificial insemination. He does it himself. It says here, he's opened up quite a bit in this article, Single Joe.
What do you mean he does it himself?
Well, no, that's his job. So he inseminates women as his job, but he also donates on the side. He gets a real thrill out of it. It says here, He also ships his... In the article it says, he also ships his baby batter across America, Argentina, Italy, Singapore, the Philippines and the UK. He's not working at a fish and chip shop, is he?
Where's this guy from? He's from the UK, is he? He's going to stand out when the child is born in Singapore.
He's been donating for 14 years, says his good deeds haven't helped him into the romance department. He's looking for love and he can't find it.
You know how You know how they talk about when you get back on the dating scene and you're out and about, you've got to try and work out when the right time to bring up the idea that you have kids. Are you up front with it straight away? Do you mention it at the end of the date or during the date? Do you casually bring it up? When he says, I've got 180 kids on a date, I don't know. I reckon that might be a stumbling block for a couple of girls.
So there's 180 kids out there that look like him.
Well, in a way, yeah. His DNA. So when you say, I'm just trying to get my head around, does he, through some level of professional procedure, make his donations, or does he turn up with a rose in his mouth and a bottle of champagne and some oysters and do the job naturally, you might say?
No, well, if that is his job, I would dare say, Whip, that you know how people at lunchtime might go and have a feed or get outside, get some sun, or might go do some exercise. If he's working in a hospital and he helps with insemination, I would say at lunchtime sometimes he'd just go next door and just donate. Donate everywhere.
I've got a side hustle. Where is it? It's in my pants.
Well, it's like it'd be like donating blood. He works in the hospital though. He works at Lifeblood. He's just getting a bit himself and he's just donating. He gets a real thrill out of it. The thing is that this gets him down every year for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
He just, unfortunately, he doesn't have anyone that he can sit on the couch with himself. He's got 180 kids, but no one that loves.
He's too busy donating. Do you know what? I've got a mate of mine and he had to make a donation for scientific reasons. And what was interesting, he went into the little room and there's a chair there and he thought, how many other guys have been here doing this as well? And he was a bit put off by it and struggled to sort of get everything together. But they offer some material to help in the process. And he said, I didn't want to look through those and I didn't want to watch that. But he's always had a thing. He's always had a thing for the outback, this guy. And I don't know why. And then he found a movie called Four Farm Girls. And that sort of, now, I'm not sure what was happening on that farm, but it certainly helped and aided him to get across the line in his side hustle on that day.
Single Joe has opened up quite a bit here. He's written in the article, you would think that as a natural donor, I would be in the saddle a lot. But I've always said if you want a lot of sexy time, you should get a girlfriend or get married because I only meet women once or twice a month typically. He can't hold down a relationship, but I'll tell you what, the other thing he can hold, he holds it quite a bit. By the sounds of it.
Tommy attempted to take up a side hustle like that once, but you should never do that at a bus stop.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's
there
awesome.
are actually official places you can donate, Tom.
yeah.
My
Bus
apologies.
stops are not one of them.
Parks and sand dunes have also been banned.
Well, apologies to everyone else at the bus stop that day.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.